Okay, alright. I am finally here. I had a lot of technical issues actually. It wasn't even like a little bit, it was a lot. Capture car. The capture car is imminent. Because yesterday for the capture car after I ended the stream on Twitch, and it was acting up again today. So I'm pretty sure it's probably coming to the conclusion of getting a new capture card, or perhaps a PC. I would hate to believe it's my PC that's causing problems. I would really hate to believe that. But without further ado, let us go ahead and finish the Pale Beyond. I don't think I'm that far from the ending. It's still very close. I should have just like finished it like my last stream, but I didn't. Because I think we're gonna have a lot more, but now I'm like thinking about it at that last stream that, oh, I might actually be finished almost. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be enough. I'm kind of hoping. Let's just go ahead and get started. VTube. Stop going to the capture card. The capture card is being unfriendly. Alright. Let's finish this. If anything happens, I might have to start over. Ah! Ah! That was loud. Whew. Let me see. Put it in the middle just in case everyone else hear that. Ooh, that's loud. Hi. Still loud. Oof. There. Ooh, that's loud in my headphones. Alright. You find Kasha carefully inspecting her camera. Still works. You have been ashamed to lose it this far in. We should be grateful nothing more important was lost. As Kirk approaches, Kasha let out a small chuckle. Yes, I suppose I should have my priorities in order. What the heck? Don't think you won't be reprimanded for your action, Kasha. Well done, Kirk. That was almost a disaster. It would have been a disaster, to be honest. Please, that's not heap praise, Captain. It was all instinct. To be honest, it definitely was a disaster. If he did not do what he did, Kasha can't have been lost, and I'm pretty sure Kirk would have been lost too. There is something I should say. Past comments I made. Forgiven. Well, allow me to apologize first. No. I understand now. You can't convince me to lie in my report. I'll tell the entire truth. True reporter right there for ya. I understand. And the truth is that Kirk Darling is a true hero. You need to say that. I caused my fair shares of trouble on this expedition. Yes, and I don't intend to hide that from anyone. But your heroism is more important to share. What do you tell me about inspiring others? Thank you. I can only hope another young Kasha Belfort reads my report. Let's hope they grow to be less reckless than you. You can still clean up some aspects, right? I don't know what the aspects mean, to be honest. We don't deserve anything, Robin. That shouldn't be our motivation. True. Chasing glories has been my vice for too long. Whatever you're right about me, it has my blessing. There, I expect honesty. Thank you, friend. And thank you. Aw, they made up. Perfect. This sucks. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention what we did in the last game. Well, you already saw what happened in the last game. Or those that never saw what happened in the last game, Gasha dropped her camera down in like a cliff shade. And she was trying to get it back by herself. But Kirk helped her and got it. So, they won. And got both lives. Because, like I said, they would have died if Kirk didn't do what he did. So, that's it. We've just been traveling among the ice. That's all. Let's see what I gotta do. Templeton. Captain, it is time. We are at a crossroads, and a decision needs to be made. We both read the current. We know the location of the Viscount lies in this cave. We are this close. Our mission's end lies in wait. And while pursuing it causes us to miss our rescue. Survival is our goal, not the Viscount. What do you expect to find there? To be honest with you, survival is our goal, not the Viscount. I don't care about that ship no more. But I actually want to know what you expect to find there. Answers, for better or worse. If what we read is correct, the story cabin should hold enough ration to last us a full year. Really? We can afford the risk of missing a single rescue ship. I think it's worth it. What? What? So, wait. So, Templeton, let me get this straight. You want me to go find the Viscount. If we find the Viscount, you want to lay off the ration inside the shore cabin and miss the rescue ship just for the Viscount. When everybody on this expedition just want to go home and looking pretty bad. I mean, look at this. They look all tired. Do you see this? They look all tired. I mean, if you look back at my first playthrough, didn't come here, they would look much more neat than this, but look at them. They're pretty worn down. Look at that. Temple. I can't with this guy. I sincerely don't care about the Viscount. Where are the specialty folks? This guy is still missing. He's looked tired. Like, he looked affirmative, but now he's like, heck, very tired. Jeez. Okay. But if that food lasts us, will it give me supply? Maybe doing that? I don't care about the ship, but the cabin has food. But I really want to go home. Right, of course, but this mountain is perilous, Captain. Can we survive a second trek? To be honest with you, no, we cannot. I know you'll make the right call, Captain. Finn's request. Oh. Well. What is all this? You look out, abandon mission, and seek the rescue ship. Oh. That's looking pretty bad. We're not gonna make it. I feel like it's a dead end. I'm looking across the ocean. Yeah. Return. Let's see, can I talk to anyone? Let's talk to no. Okay, I didn't read this. I was too stunned. I saw that. You passed the tent and are quick to notice what's going on. Casa, the intrepid photographer, standing close to the doctor, their faces pressed closely together. She's alerted to your footsteps and opens her eyes which quickly widen as you're spotted. Quickly, she and Nutley pull away from each other, their head nervously swiveling around the tent. Nutley letting out a punctuated cough. He have a wife. He kissed her. Oh. Captain, you could have cleared your throat or something. Well, I was expecting to see that. We were just, stick together for warm. A clever decision. Let's joke about that, eh? Yes, quite clever. Very, very clever to be doing that. That was definitely what we were. Arthur, I think our good captain was jostling us. That or Shaw's quite dense, and that would be a greater issue for us. And do you honestly intend to keep the secrets? Actually, let's just ask this, and just when did it start? About 10 minutes ago. Oh. Well, he's blushing so much. Well, that's not quite true. Officially about 10 minutes ago. Officially. Well, my interest in the doctor first formed, we were back on the ship. Oh, you know what? They had been together inside that tent for the whole entire duration of the game. I would not expect them not to talk. I expected them to talk. I remember you coming to me immediately to run an interview, which you avoided. You came to me with so much energy and so many questions. I was intimidated. He was like a meek mouse or a nervous puppy. It was charming. I never heard described as charming before. Congratulations to both of you. Oh, thank you, Captain. We should be thanking you, Shaw. Placing us together in one tent for a year certainly fostered conversation. I never considered myself a matchmaker. We spoke at length, at first about his unexpectedly vast knowledge of ice fishing, and ending with casual conversation about our favorite newspaper strips. Oh. Well, it wasn't entirely casual. What do you mean? Aha! I knew you didn't notice it. Notice what? Casa clears her throat before putting on an effective voice, dramatically quoting her past statements. Why, Doctor, I think it would be a great subject for my next report. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a write-up on your interesting life. A handsome young medical prodigy? You must have a beating of suitors. Doctor, there's this excellent seafood restaurant in the capital. We should absolutely eat there when we return to land. Casa chuckles to herself. I use we, for goodness sake. I was beginning to think you were oblivious to all flirtation. I said Nutley have a wife, but could I be wrong about that? I thought he had a wife. At least that's what I thought. I'm probably wrong about that. I recognized some of it. I was just too nervous at the time to respond. Though it's true, I did think you were just passionate about seafood. And then? But we couldn't help ourselves, honestly. I deeply admire her passion for her craft, her headstrong way of thinking, how she was so focused on her future. everything I wanted in myself. And I admire his courage when up against his fears in possibly the worst situation possible. That's the kind of thing they make films out of. And just as I thought we were winding down, I told her I wanted to see her again after we returned to civilization. Suffice it to say, I was surprised that he would just blurt it out. I'm surprised myself. Before that, I had long since stopped considering that we'd make it back. Of course, that led to a new conversation, all through the morning. And before we knew it, we were having a romantic embrace at the center of the world. That is until you walk in, Captain. Yes, it was rather inopportune of you. Casa paused for a moment. You don't take issue with this, do you, Captain? Why would I? Excuse me? Ha! Good one, Captain. Presuming all goes well, of course. Not for another year or 2. Or 5. Now, Doctor, you know me. I like to live fast. 5 years is fast. I think I could whittle you down. I'm joking, of course. It's far too soon to speak on that. Well, forbid it or not, we're at the end of our journey here, I hope. Matters of the cruise are in the past. To sail home with Kasha. Well, it's something to look forward to. Been quite a while since we had that. Agreed. I wish you both happiness. I wish you both happiness. Is what you deserve. Thank you, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse us. Aww. I'd like to give you enough time to do what need to gain loyalty. I wish to speak with you on a matter. What matter? Concerning your report. Put simply, I have a story for you to include it. Regarding who I am. You're a kennel master. That is true. But not the whole truth. Well, this is sudden. I have been curious about your past. I have no doubt you were. Godard turns to Kasha, has reported quickly scrambled to gather her notepad and pen. Now I'm certain you have heard them call me Lady Cordell. Yes, frequently. I asked around, and apparently it was a moniker granted to you due to how you spoke. Well, those who dubbed me with that name have no idea the irony in doing so. The truth is, I am a noble, or rather, I was. What? You were what? Are your ears failing you? I care not to repeat myself. I was born and raised within the nobility. I don't mean to call you a liar, but that is a big claim. Ingrid Cordelia Weston. What? You keep your ears to the ground often. I'm sure you have heard of her. Yes, actually. She's a distant relative of the monarchy. I'm probably butchering that word. Had a seat as an MP for a brief period. Went missing unexpectedly. Well, I am Ingrid Cordelia Weston. Not just nobility. Respect to royalty. Let her continue. I have all the proof I need to show you. No need. I believe you. You do. It would certainly be an odd thing to lie about. I'm sure you're aware of the political system, Kasha. To no end. Researching it, it was possibly the most dull and harrowing part of my last report. You know, researching political stuff like that is pretty boring. I can see her being irritated. And yourself, Captain? Vaguely. Well, confident knowledge of that. I see. Well, as a distant cousin of St. Mark, I was placed in one of those parliamentary seats. As you can imagine, I had no interest in being an MP. My aversion towards human interaction was no different in my youth. From the age I received my first dog as a gift in my childhood, I had much preferred their company. Surely there was once a time when you weren't such a recluse. Well, you have encountered and interviewed many of the nobility in your time, correct? Correct. Will you choose to spend your time amongst those people? Fair point. So, this whole time we've been traveling with a one-way MP? Yes, I suppose it does sound quite unusual. To be honest with you, I'm talking that she would never been found. I mean, if she is Lady Cordell, would her face not been recognizable off the bat? Perhaps that would be true for another in my position. Though they would never say it much, my departure was quite mutual. But why do you leave? The reason for that is quite simple. I refuse to live that life any longer. In that world, in my position, certain things were expected of me. Act within decorum, attend every social event, keep your real self hidden until you're considered suitable to be shipped off into a political marriage. Ugh. And I wanted no part of. My choice was clear, and I didn't hesitate in my thought for a moment. I left home in the dead of night, taking only two things with me. My certificate of birth, for a reason more practical than sentimental, and my dog, for a reason more sentimental than practical. I started breeding kennel in the capital, earned the moniker of Lady Cordell among the common folk. And from then, I was free. Free to feel the ground beneath my feet. As Cordell speaks, Casa intently takes note. I see. So, trapped in a restricted role in society, you broke free of your chains, yearning to be independent. I suppose yes. Just like a wild pack of dogs, able to roam free. Please do not include a surface-level poetic interpretation of my action. Poetics are my calling, but okay. That's a question. Have you ever considered returning to the nobility? Not even slightly. That life is simply not for me. Thank you for sharing, Cordell. But why have you shared this with me? Why now? My report. It will expose your identity to everyone. Why will you allow that? Because I trust you to tell my story. And I no longer have anything to hide. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I'll tell the whole truth of your tale. I know you will. Assuming you leave out that tripe about wild dogs. And yourself, Captain? Speaking of dogs, how is Stanberry? I'm now curious. Very well. Still pregnant. What? Stanberry is pregnant? Yep. Yes, quite fortunate for me after what happened to my kennel. What do you intend to do with the litter? I intend on replacing the kennel I lost, piece by piece. Stanberry will birth a new generation of sled dogs. So you'll be continuing your line of work? Yes, I much sooner begin again as a kennel master than return to the nobility. Agreed. So, that's your entire story? More or less, yes. I'm sure Captain Shaw has no objection to this tale. What say you, Captain? I never would have expected. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate your listening. I can't believe you would trust us with. Thank you, friend. Do not... I can't speak today. Do not mistake this for closeness. I simply trust your credential enough to consider you a professional. But... You turn and leave Casa and Cordell. Navigator, engineer, process scientist. I really don't like Templeton. I'm just saying out loud. I really don't like him. Whatever I have to say to him is not strong. Well, strongly of a dislike. You notice Hammond and Kurt huddle around the boiler, deep in conversation. As you approach, their heads perk up, noticing you. I can't get over it. Oh, freaking beat him. Stop it. I can't get over it. I can't look. I need the hat on Hammond head. I can't take him seriously anymore. I just can't. I can't take him seriously. Captain, didn't you see it there? Apology, Captain. Seem we're both caught up in our work. My work, you're just watching me, Kirk. Then you didn't manage to pick out the materials. We're just replacing the spyglass I cracked on the mountain. It may not be of any use in this cave, but you never know when we might need it next. Once again, my boilers comes in handy. Kurt, I have been meaning to ask how you're faring at the incident on the mountain. Actually, that's a good idea. That cave looked kind of creepy. What do you make of this cave, Kurt? It's an odd one, no doubt. A lot of questions we shouldn't be answering. Our priority should be to get to shore, not go spelunky. Coming from you, isn't that the point of your shite films? Upon hearing that, Kirk puffs out his chest. Oh, so you see my films? Just the one. And what do you think? Pure bollocks. Bollocks is, if I'm not mistaken, bollocks I believe is a very bad word. Well, not very bad, but up there. You hear that? That's pretty funny. Ooh. Yep. I look it up again. Yep, it's very... I sort of figure. Trappers kind of what I call them. To be honest with you, let's just stay out of it. Haven't seen enough to judge. You never seen my films? Nope. Well, I hope you will admit that once we return to civilization. Sure. I just can't get over all the inaccuracy in them. What inaccuracy? You take me for a fool, Kurt? I know stage shock when I see one. Well, they did certainly clean up a lot in the edit. I don't get it. What do you understand, chump? You're a proper bloody navigator, Kirk, and a damn hero. I see you with my own two eyes, yes! Films. I would call them phony. And, well, they may not be the picture of accuracy. but they have a power to inspire people. More so than any true story could. I think the real experience is more valuable, I think. There was a time I argued against that, Captain. But the expedition had been one learning experience after the... let me start over. I cannot read today. But this expedition had been one learning experience after the other for me, and I owe a lot of that to Hammond. Me. Yes, you have done an excellent job in humbling my ego. Was a massive ego, to be fair. Hard to miss. Aw, he's smiling! Ha! Isn't that the truth? In fact, it's clear that if there's one thing I'm in need of, it's someone who can keep me grounded. Get to it, Kirk. What do you want to say? I was wondering, will you consider... Spit it out, will you? Alright, will you consider joining me after this on further expeditions? As an engineer? Yes, but also a level ahead. I need someone like you. I'll think about it, Kirk. Oh, that's so nice. I wouldn't know what to say. Think Hammond would love to. The two of you on the same crew again sound like a recipe for a disaster. Perhaps I could join you both. I don't know what to say. Wrong decision that can make my loyalty out, and I would hate to start over again. Right, huh? Asking for a job, Captain? The three of us on the same crew again? That's bound to go horribly wrong. Perhaps, but I think our ingenuity will help us pull through. Hammond pulls up the replacement spyglass. Anyway, here you are, all finished. Incredible, great work, Hammond. No problem, Kirk. Kahiraki? What? My real name, Kirk just for the media. Kahiraki Turo. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher your name, Kirk. I'm sorry. Alright, Kahiraki. See you around, friend. I'm probably mispronouncing the name entirely and butchering. I do apologize. You too. I'm avoiding the brothers, to be honest. I don't want to talk to them. You find the crew's science officer overlooking several petri dishes containing various materials picked from the walls of the cave. Curious and curious. Curiouser and curious? That's a word? Curiouser and curiouser. That's a word? That's a word? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that was a word. I learned something new today. Was curious. Captain, observe the materials we uncovered in just the entry of this cave. Copper, tungsten, antimony. These are deposits more likely found in lakes, not all in a cave. So there's water in the cave. Let alone a mountaintop cave in the polar region. Nothing about it seems natural. Could it be that the reason why this darn company was looking for it in the first place? Perhaps. Captain, may I ask you a question? Go ahead. I'm sure you must enjoy my questions at this stage. You keep humoring them. Well, regardless, we've been working together for quite some time now. In that time, I have been able to evaluate you. After assessing your abilities and your decision-making, I can safely conclude that you are more than capable in your role as captain. As such, I would like to offer you a job. You wish to work with me again, Templeton? My wishes are irrelevant. You are more than qualified for the role. I can easily recommend you to the company head. It's time I told you the truth of who we're working for. What? Hey, Snowy. Yes, you see Templeton. He offered me a job. Can you believe it? This crack has offered me a job. How you doing, Snowy? There's even more you haven't told me? It's beneficial to keep cards close to my chest. Oh, really? Until you were fully evaluated. What? Templeton reveals a tin can of ration. He passes it over to you. The woman modeling on the front stares back at you before you look back at Templeton. Yes, the operating company. I already knew that. What, am I working for the model? Yes, actually. Oh, wow. Her name is Minerva Apperton. She's the president of the Apperton Tinning Company. Her? She's Will? Yes. Do you believe her to be entirely fictitious? I had a curious dream she was involved. I do not wish to know any details of that. Oh, you don't want to pry in my dream, Templeton? You're doing fine, and you should be almost done with the last rate of your medication. The withdrawal effects. That's good to hear. I know withdrawal can be cryo whammy. I'm glad you're doing good, though. Tin food is perhaps the lowest priority with the company in today's age, as you can likely tell by the decided work on our rations. Instead, Lady Apperton is focused on turning her company into the only option in commerce. Well, this is why she sought after the expedition of the Viscount, seeing interest in what the Viscount found in the ice. And just what did they find? No doubt there are several details Minerva has kept hidden from even myself, but I will tell you when I can. The original expedition of the Viscounts was carried out by the government. Oh, a race to find the southernmost point of the world, charted out in the name and glory of science. But upon arrival, it appears they discovered the same strange environments as we have, and so they chose to investigate instead of heading back. And contrary to legend and hearsay, it wasn't the cold and the starvation that drove the crew mad. Oh? It was what they found there that took their minds. And how do we know this? There was a witness, a survivor washed ashore. Half man, their tongue cut out. They lived only long enough to give us a hint at what we're looking for. It's unknown what exactly lies in wait for us should we find the Viscount. But from what we know, the crew of that vessel found something world-changing. Well, that's to tell us that we should not go inside the cave or find the Viscount and gonna drive us crazy. I believe the whole entire crew is pretty on edge. There's no mere treasure. What they found was unnatural in nature, a paradox existing at the most subtle point of the world. And whoever can retrieve it, bring it back to civilization, will shape the path of human advancement for the next century. How good they sound, Templeton. I'd rather not do that. If someone cut their tongue out through all that nonsense and madness, what made you think the crew be able to handle that? Templeton? But you probably don't care about that. You expect Templeton to say, it was I. I was the source of the madness. I was the one. He said, yeah, ass up. This guy is the embodiment of madness. He keep doing madness stuff. He don't care about the crew, obviously. But he want to do it because of, the whole entire ends to means to an end, basically. Like, hey, the crew died, but guess what? Advancement to human civilization. I don't know about that. Hearing that, I believe I've been underpaid for a mission of this magnitude. It's an understatement. I should have been paid more. I don't even know how much I'm being paid for. And you knew this the entire time and you never told me? Were you in my position? Were you trusting me with the same information? Nope. I had to be certain that you could be informed without compromising our goals. I cannot forgive being kept in the dark like this. You know what? All these credits seem pretty bad. I honestly don't care about the vice count. But I want to know because there are two options that this game give me. Go to the shore or go inside the cave. The shore, there's nothing. There is nothing there except water. And I don't think I'm going to make it because right about now my heating is at 20 and I feel like we're going on a death sentence. I go to the shore. So I probably have zero choice but to go inside the cave and get this stupid ship. Precisely my thoughts, Captain. I'm thinking something entirely different though, Templeton. It is good to see we are both the same level-minded. Now, I have told you all that I know. Please lead me to my research. You turn, but Templeton speaks up once more. Oh, Captain, you never officially respond to my offer. Do you wish to work with the Aperture Tinting Company? After this, I would take it under consideration. See that you do, Captain. So say straight up no. The brothers hair will look pretty beaten up right about now. Junior, what would it be, Shaw? A status report? Well, the good news is we're not likely to starve tonight at least. That's good. Can't be surprised by anything at this point. One thing, I don't know much wildlife on this island. We're out further than anyone else has gone. Look like even the birds and seal don't want to be here. You noticed that? Think there might be something in the cave? Well, yeah, the cave looking kind of odd. It would be a pleasant surprise if a mountain cave had a fresh haul of penguins and seals, but I doubt it. We better hope the Karen was telling the truth about that shore captain then. Beep. Thank you for listening, Captain. Thank you for both of your hard work. Templeton, a horror movie secondary villain cliche? Oh, most definitely. I mean, when you talk to this guy, he had both his hand behind his chest, behind his back, and he just looked at you like, hey, you want to join? He like lift his hand out like, you want to join, be part of the company, be part of finding these secret stuff, and like get people to do our bidding. Rubbing his hands in his mind. Just caring about the research. Thank you for both of your hard work. We're just trying to do right by the crew, but I reckon it doesn't go unnoticed. Right, Grimley? Will that be all? And Minerva's the big top villain. Try to make this next meal last. We don't know if any food likes it. That's a good question. With this. That's a good question. But you know what? I just want to get this done. Take care, Captain. Oh, he called me Captain. Okay, let me show you the shore. There's nothing there. You see, there's like a lake. Water. And I feel like it's a bad ending. And I don't think I'll be able to make any out. Like I said, I only got 20 heat. So I have to go here. If push come to shove, if things turn out bad, I will take the short next time. Let's see what's in there. The dark cave network reveals itself into an opening. Ooh. Woo! Ooh, that's a pretty tree. Save game the tree. There it stands before you, the Viscount, where it was left by his former crew. But now it was left, the ship stands quite different indeed. Yeah, a tree spread out. A tree with pink petals. It's very pretty. I mean, very pretty. How did a ship become a tree, though? You know, I should be asking that question. Made out of wood, what I'm saying. The snow filtering into the grotto seemed almost frozen in time. The word itself remained fixed in awe of this impossibility sprouting from the great lost ship. Whoa, snap to attention. You cannot afford to lose your focus. The expedition goal is in reach. After 5 years, no, 6, at the most roundabout road possible, you finally found it. Drop the mask of Captain for. Gosh, you are uncuriously at a loss for words. You continue to stand in the awe of the ship. None of you can come to words, staring at the frame of the ship before you. My word, this is. Kasha appeared to be lost for words. She slowly raised her camera up and snapped a photograph of the ship. My goodness, will you look at this? In all my years, never have I seen something this remarkable, beautiful, amazing. It makes you wonder how you're able to make everyone say yes to this. I guess Templeton, despite being very, how you say, provocative, he's, I guess, very charismatic in some form of ways. Or maybe he give them an offer that can't be turned down. But this electric horror, this tree here, feel pretty well, strange to say the least. Very beautiful tree, but so strange. Holy smoke. It sure is something. The impossible lies before our very eyes. A reward for those who brave the land of no return. Shah, could all have been worth it to find this at the end of our road? My goodness. My question is, how did the Viscount become this? It still boggles me how it was able to sprout these pink, a tree that had pink petals and all this. How? So, despite the vegetation, the Viscount looks to be intact. I should have had to get my hopes up, but remarkable, truly remarkable. Captain, we must study this at once. I don't think it's a good idea. I was concerned, Shaw. I was worried that we may not find anything at the end, but this is more than I could have possibly imagined. How could something like this exist out here? It's just not possible, is it? Believe your eyes, Doctor. Wow, grimly. It looks familiar, doesn't it? Aye, a tree in the snow. I love the music that's playing too, by the way. This music's nice. The fruit of the three sisters, right? That old tale would keep me up at night. Careful, Shaw. There's many sailor songs about this. None of them good. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my distance from this tree, Junior. Awfully superstitious, don't you think? If Templeton told you the story, Casa, how this guy cut his tongue, Well, you would not be so superstitious. Any good cell would be size. We're looking at it now, are we? What the I'm not sure I can say that bad word. I want to, but I can't. I got away saying the B word, but I can't say that. I'll say what the freak, and I'm seeing things here. You are not. You gotta be freaking joking. I know. This tree. The tree? I don't give a shit about some bloody tree. What? Then where are the vice count? Look at it. It's seaworthy. You know that from a look. I know every inch of it. It's just like its twin. We can sell this. Captain, this truly is a discovery for the agents. We need a moment to collect our thoughts. Under no circumstance is anyone to touch that boat. Have not anybody noticed the boat below? Like the little bitty boat right there? For all we know, that plant could be poisonous. We need to practice extreme cautious. Yeah, pretty tree, but you know the old saying about poisonous stuff. May be pretty, but hey, I'm deadly. Or something along the line. Well, you're the botanist, aren't you? Take a look at it. Stanberry don't like the tree. Stanberry, please. I am no expert on plants, but something about that thing unnerves me. Don't trust it for a second. Yeah, how much I hate to say this. We do need a proper assessment of that tree. Agree. This is what we came here for, Shaw. This is the fruit of our labor. Let's say about the tongue, and everyone should take a heed to that. So the tree is probably more dangerous than it look. Well, we should not lose focus. The crew get to work, setting up a makeshift camp on the side of the ship in the grotto. What the frick? Eh? Inani. It's locked. Okay. I guess we're going inside the vice count, alright? This place is creepy. Very creepy. Inspect the organ. Oh, that's very creepy. Oh my gosh. Oi! That's a dead body right there? It's pale blue. An old skeleton in what appears to be captain's uniform. Oh, that is a dead body. Their bones have fused to the roots around it. They have clearly been here for some time. Inside their coat, you find a ship's key. Gain Vice Scout Captain Key. Well, look at that. The engine of the Vice Scout. The classic retrofit steam train model. Twisted amongst the roots of the tree. Can I take that heat with me? Oh gosh. Key? You unlock the door with the captain's key. Oi! Huh? You! Captain! You enter and find a ghost sitting before you. Littered around the rooms are countless familiar scrawlings. What the freak? Crew wanted. Able-bodied crew wanted for dangerous expedition. A dead body? Foo? I don't know about food. Skeleton remains at that moment. You can't eat bones. Snipe chance a safe return. No food. Yep, no food. Snipe chance a safe return. Glory to be had in the events of success. Okay. Huh? What the heck? What was this list about? Hammett, Templeton, Kerr, Arthur, Cordell, 3? Tally marks. Must not have it. You! Oh, Captain! You got some explaining to do. You abandoned your crew. Captain Hunt! You wouldn't happen to have a light with you. Hunt, is that you? In the flesh, my friend. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were dead. I didn't say to the crew, I said that you were missing, but... You have a lot to answer for, to be honest. I'm sure you have infinite questions. He looks up at your head. You seem to be wearing my hat. I wanted to feed it to you. Don't try to change the subject. I never liked that hat anyway. A bit extradiced, don't you think? It's a hat. How's my ship? Are you asking back your ship? I should say that, to be honest. Right where you left it, give her or take a few leagues beneath the ice. May the sea soothe her spirits. I hope she put up a fight. The ice kind of bit into her. I suppose it's wrong to call her my ship anyway. Which reminds me, Templeton told you about Minerva, no doubt. He brought up, yes. Well, that's my question. What exactly do you know about Minerva Apperton? Minerva's story is a rather tragic one. Are you sure you want to hear it? Yes. Feel beyond a reproach. You swear you've never seen someone so idyllic. Anyway, the young starlet originally found herself at the helm of an illustrious stage career. Following that came business offers, modeling, advertisement, and of course, love. Well, doom love. She was widowed, you see, but not before winning the heart and hands of the son of a little tin foods company. Where is she now? Haven't seen her in years. Templeton seemed to carry out her dealings. She's very protective of her identity. Are you kidding me? It might have taken Minerva the rest of her life, but, well, let's just say the Appertons have their hands in a lot more than thins of peaches these days. That still doesn't explain what she wants with the Viscount. That still doesn't explain what she wants. The Viscount expedition was the government affair. Yes, Templeton said that. Deduction was said that Minerva would like to keep whatever she finds for herself. Get ahead of the game, as it were. That's a question. That's a good question. It was a research vessel. What was it researching? I have some questions of my own I need answered first, Robin. Now, I want to know. Which Shaw is speaking to me right now? What are you talking about? What do you mean? How are the Stoke brothers faring? Alive and well, no thanks to you. To be honest, he did sort of abandon them. That's good to hear. You may land after the sale, I assume. How's everybody else? How do you fare on the ice? Casa dropped her camera during the climb. You should give Kurt more credit. Man's a hero. Saved them both. Even the camera, You should commend the man. Nobody would believe this without. I told you enough. I'm done. You don't need no more. Of course, of course. I'm sure you're wondering what led me here. Yeah! You might be able to tell. It is a particularly hopeful answer. I failed my man. Continue. Well, there was the four of us, as I'm sure you quickly figured out. Smurf, Corvette, Joe, and myself grabbed what we could and head off with one of the larger light bulbs. They went missing. Where are they? Why do you abandon us in the first place, hon? I left for the good of the crew. What good? We suffered out on the ice. You'll understand soon, Shaw. Our flight was in the name of finding ourselves. Here. All of us. Smurf was the first to go. What? They knew what they were doing. They made their choices, and now they had passed. What? Actually, be more specific, Hunt. I need details. He looked wistfully at the table. The custom of the sea occurred. What do you mean? It was Corvette's idea. Oh my gosh. There was a protest, but after we learned the tins were poisoned with lead, we had no choice. Wait a second. Hold up. Wait, hold up. So the tin food was poisoned with lead? But the food I had in the beginning. So everybody was eating that it had lead. What do you do? They always have a choice. The other two argue over partaking. Smurf refused, instead subjecting himself to further tin. He didn't last long after that. He turned sour by the fourth day and attacked us, then froze himself. What the? Corvette and I made to the mountain, and then she made the impossible choice. Excuse me. She offered herself to the mission. I can't get the taste out of my mouth, Shaw, no matter what I do. He went cannibal. He ate Corvette. The food was poisoned. All the more reason why you left the ship. Why you leave? I think I'm going to be sick, to be honest. You don't understand, Shaw. Every time this happens. What? My road always leads here. No matter what. It always leads to this. You see that tree outside, haven't you? What is this, Hunt? This is what the applicants have been after. We're here for this. All roads lead here, Shaw. All roads. All roads. I've eaten of this fruit countless times. And yet I'm still here. We have heard this conversation countless times. A different me, a different you, but the same. We keep coming back here. Do you regret your choices, Shaw? I remember you told me the sign of a good leader is willpower. Do you still stand by that? What the heck? Do you know how hard it's been to convince these idiots that I actually give a shit about any of them? I do? The heck? Somehow I'll go back to capitalism. Ugh. The fact that our captain ate them is something else. Ooh. That's commendable, Robin. The worst thing any of us can do, Robin, is become the consequence of somebody else's plans. Maybe you've been the best Shaw you can be, maybe not, but you still can be. He gestures towards the fruit. With this, you can go back, change the path to me. You speak like you've been in this cave for years. What the heck is this guy talking about? I have it, and I have. Every time I eat this fruit, every past loop comes freshly back to my mind. And then I send my mind back once more. What? So, wait, are you looping? You can do the same, Robin. You can go back again. You won't really remember, but part of you will want to try something else. Some things will stay the same. We always get stuck. The temperate is always lost. But you can save lives, save ration, perfect your leadership. If you eat the fruit, that is. Open that your eyes of yours. What the heck? He pushed the fruit forward. He like a snake. Eat the fruit. Eat the fruit. What do you say, Robin? Eat the fruit. I don't trust it. My path is settled, Hunt. It's fine. It's fine. If it's not, I'll go back. Well, at least this means you're proud in your choices. We should head out, Robin. We have people waiting, I understand. It's been an age since I've seen my crew. Oh, but before we do, the tree out there, do you plan on taking it back to the Appertons? I would like to have the crew input, to be honest. Of course, me on the other hand, I'm still making my mind up. Are you ready for the big reveal? What should we say? Yes, I'm ready. First off, you won't be speaking. Perhaps you should wait behind. You could shock the crew to death if you come out right away. Well, first off, you won't be speaking. I'll leave it there. Oh, that's a bit unfair, don't you think? I'm eager to see the look on Templeton's face. I agree, but at the same time, let's stay quiet. And what you've done, I'd rather not. The two of you pace towards the rest. Templeton is the first to notice you. As predicted, the look on his face is unique concoction of shock, anger, and mortification. So, I cannot trust Templeton at all. This means the guy knew the food was poison. He must have knew what the captain was going to do. He must have knew almost everything. Oh my gosh. He really was a snake. That's why I didn't like Templeton. This guy. Templeton, I appear to have found your lost captain. Other heads rapidly turn your direction. One by one, they abandon their work and rush to assemble the sight of themselves. We clearly had a lot to clear up before we continue. Aye, that's the bloody understatement. Bloody hell, it's actually him, walking corpse. The others began to mutter frantically. Hunt, you're still alive. Ah, the doctor made it. Good, I need you to fix up my teeth. Excuse me? You survived this entire time? I'm going to struggle to convince people my report is true at this rate. This is quite the shock. Oh, really now, Templeton? It's like you expect the captain to be dead. Hunt whispers to you. I knew the look on his face would be worth it. But perhaps you would like to clarify our situation. I'd like to know what happened myself. God, is that Grimly? It's good to see you again. Exactly. Templeton, a wolf in wolf clothing. He's not even trying to pretend to be kind. He just straight out so as it is. He's more of a snake, in my opinion. Wolf bites. Snake, they're poisonous. And he definitely poisoned. Where are the rest, Hunt? The rest, Smurf, Corbett, Joe, where are they? They didn't make it. All the years. And just like that, they're gone. Did they at least receive good deaths? As best they could, Grimly. Now is not the time to dwell on those gone. Captain. Yes. No, Captain Shaw. How in the world do you find this man? Captain Hunt is indeed the only survivor of those who left us. He has since partaken the custom of the sea. Oh. Hunt has been moving ahead of us for this entire expedition. I found him in the captain cabin. He attacked to trap me, ambush me. He's dangerous. That's crazy. I'm just gonna tell the truth. Tell the truth. Those who know what that means exhibit reaction. Others are left confused. Hunt's look at the ground ashamed. The worst outcome to a situation that he alone is entirely responsible for. Those familiar should need no further clarification. You know, let's just leave it at that. You know, I'm pretty sure that Sarah can tell the others of the custom of the sea. Those familiar should need no further clarification. Murmuring soup between the crew have those aware whisper the meaning to others. See? Just what I thought. Has he enlightened you as to why he left? So you were right, Shaw. The bastard abandoned us. Eee. Ham is right. Why you leave, Hunt? We deserve an answer. Hunt told me his plan was to get ahead of us and destroy the Viscount. To be honest with you, he didn't tell me. I assumed he abandoned me. Hunt abandoned us so he can get a head start. He means to destroy the Viscount. Captain, I think we time to open the floor to the rest of the crew. Something tells me many of them have words to share. Junior takes a run at the captain before being held back by his brother. Ooh! You left us! Why? I didn't plan on going home. None of us were going to come back. Rufus, you at least had a chance. No, I did not. Guys, I know I didn't. Could have told us. Thought you trusted us. I actually agree. Why did you not tell them? If Junior and Grimly both served for many years and you held them to this high esteem, why not tell them? At least they wouldn't feel like they've been left out. It was more complicated than that. I do trust them. I do. But you're both young. I had to take the oldest, my top men. There was no room for carpenters and the cook, was there? Didn't want either of you dying on my behalf. No, you pick and choose who died for you. Ooh. I have nothing left to ask, Captain. Hunt? Why you bring me abroad this expedition? Why not say broad? It's a bore. My God, I'm tripping on words. Excuse me? Doctor, this is hardly a time to work out your insecurities. The floor is open, Templeton. Quite so. Hunt, I have been asking myself that question since you left. Since I saw you leave. Pardon, you what? You saw Hunt leave and you didn't stop him? To be honest with you, Nutley couldn't do anything about that. He couldn't stop Hunt and his men. What does it matter if he saw him? It's in the past now. We won't hold that against you, Arthur. I know, but I still need to know. I remember that. You looked like a frightened deer when you saw me ready to go. Is that why you brought me on board? Because I couldn't stop you? Because I was young, naive, and easily manipulated? It is, isn't it? Hunter tilted his head in confusion. Hells no. Oh? No. It was a favor to your father. He's my barber. That's it? That's the entire reason. Aye, he's very good. Asked me to toughen his boy up a bit. Seemed like he's done the trick. Casa let a smile shorter before covering her mouth to stop herself. Arthur, a respectable man now. Thank you, Robin. It's good to hear that. It's true. I watched this young lad grow over the last year. It's amazing how much he's matured. To be honest, I was worried from the beginning that my father was involved, and yet, at all that's happened, I'm actually relieved the real reason is so benign. Oh, Nutley, to see him be that nervous guy to this wonderful, brave person that's respectful is great. This entire time, it didn't matter. I put more thought into why I was here than Hunt ever did. The daughter had no choice but to laugh at the absurdity of it all. Aww. I agree. There's not much Nutley could have done. Nutley could do anything. I mean, Hunt's a big, brawn guy, and his crew is pretty huge too. Not much he can done. We are getting away from the point at hand. Anyone else apparently require a psychological evaluation? Ooh, gosh. One second. Trying to see something. Ooh. You turn back to the crew to find yourself face to face with Hammond. He darts past you and confronts Hunt. Enough bloody games. You should have gone down with the ship. That's tradition, you coward. Tradition would have won us all dead. Best not to follow that now, I think. Hammond. Oopsie! Didn't mean to do that one. He left us to die, master. Indeed, to pick and choose when tradition matter. It's shameful, no? Don't try to defend him. I'm not. I didn't mean to press that. The crew are still looking to you to make sense of all this. Is there anything you would like to add, Captain Shaw? Take this opportunity to come clean about Event Pass. The rest of the crew are still watching William. I'm bringing it up. Templeton, I'm bringing it up about our benefactor. Their name is Minerva Opperton. She owns the Tin Food Company. I should say that. Timothy Boss knew what the suicide mission. The Tin Food? As in The peaches? I spent an age attempting to uncover information on the mysterious benefactor. You mean to tell me that we were eating from their tins this entire time? Yeah, everybody was eating tin food that may have been poisoned with lead. Curious, why would a tinning company invest in such a mission? Ridiculous. It seems our captain is suffering from some kind of delirium. I'm gonna whop you on your head, Templeton! Oh, I hate ya. A tinning company? Absurd. I don't like you now. Don't deflect. Tell him why the operator invested. You know what? He told me when I met him. I should say that. Frick you, Templeton. Is this true? Is that really who you work for? Very well. It's irrelevant anyway. This mission is indeed sponsored by the Apperton Tinting Company. And just why is Minerva Apperton interested in retrieving a lost research vessel? None of that seemed the business of a tin foods company. I cannot say myself. There are some things even I am left in the dark on. Is there anything else you would like to disclose? Not seem to be trying privacy. The rest of the crew are still watching waiting. If no one else had any call to settle, we should move on. I think we all heard enough. We cannot wait around here forever, Captain. This ship, this tree. What is our next course of action? It's about time you told them about the tree. Hunt, what do you know of this? I'm sure you're very interested in knowing, Witcher. Templeton's first name is Witcher? Witcher Templeton? Oh, rich. Anyone would be. This is what your employer seeks. The fruit of this tree, it changes everything. It will change the world. The fruit? Yes. I have tasted the fruit countless times, and I have seen countless paths to this moment. My word. He truly gone insane. Not really. It would explain why he looped so much. No surprise that the man had lost his mind. Isolation out here, it will happen to anyone. I'm assure you, he isn't delusional. Insane or no, this tree is unnatural. There's something wrong with it. That much we can agree with. It's fascinating. Listen to me. To hell with Appertons. They can't be allowed to have this. Nobody should. What are you suggesting? It needs to be destroyed. Burned to the ground. Agree? What? Hunt. This is quite possibly the most important discovery of our age. It needs to be studied. It needs to be destroyed, to be honest. Bearing that, you were hired by the Appertons to retrieve it, not to decide your own ethical judgment. I'm agreeing with Hunt. Allowed to exist? Do you hear how drastic that sounds, Shaw? What da? Ba ba ba. Oh, he hates me for that. Regardless, I am the captain of this expedition, and my word is final. A long silence falls among the proceedings. Rufus Hunt, you are not the captain of this expedition. What? Then who is? Shaw? Bah, Shaw the first mate. That was a temporary agreement. I returned and reclaimed my role. Really? Unfortunately, Hunt, I read our contracts quite thoroughly. He is the worst! He the worst! Templeton produced his copy from his jacket pocket. In the event that the captaincy is held in contention, the correct course of action is to hold a vote. any officer of the crew may put themselves forward to claim the title. Then that would have the crew to decide for themselves. A vote? I welcome it. The contract also states the candidates should put forward their selection for the first mate position. The selection of first mate is allowed to make their case to the crew in open forum as to why they should select their paired candidate. Good luck with that. Best to get to it then. Huh. Come on, you lots. A captain's vote requires a deck. Board now, and let's end this. Huh? We're doing it. The crew tentatively board the vessel. Proceeding commence. Let's do it. Let's give out the final vote. Oh, man. No need for introductions. We're far past the point for that. There's so much I've seen in all my days leading vessels like this. The sorts you lot will hear songs of and doubt every word of. But what I've seen here, it goes so far beyond any of that. What stands before you is so much bigger than any of us. I walked this path before, so many times. Have you can attest to that. They're looking pretty peeved, tired and upset. Oof, boy, tough crowd. I understand you look at me as a deserter, a coward, a traitor. You have every reason to. But you should ask yourself where you stand, where your road took you. Always here, with me. Even in my absence, I always lead you to where you need to be. Not this time you did. Hunk clears his throat before pointing to the tree. This thing is an abomination. The power it holds is too great for any one person to possess. I can see the reason why now Minerva wants this tree so badly. Thank you, Snowy. I'm almost done with this game. I can't wait to see what ending I get. You get some rest, Snowy. Thank you for stopping by. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. Get some sleep. So Templeton sucks. Yes, Witcher suck. Witcher sucks badly. Let's get this out of the way. Nighty night, Snowy. Hunt holds up the fruit. Do you wish to hand this, the quite literal fruit of our labor, over to an employer who will have us die out here for their gains? The employer who will not even entrust you their names, an employer who will lead us out to die on the ice, that will refuse to send rescue. That would explain. You know, it explains so much why she did it though. She did it because she wanted to save her lover. Go back a loop to that point in time, but we don't even know how far the loop can even exist. There are murdering between the crew at the implication that a rescue ship was not sent. Robin Shaw was a fine officer, but Shaw could only hold down the fort in my stead. Shaw did not weather the sea. Shaw did not weather the sea. Shaw did not discover the Viscount. I did. You should judge Shaw in the officer's own words. When we last spoke on the Temperance, Shaw told me that the mark of a leader comes in willpower. I asked you, what has willpower got you over a solid, proper plan? Do you think the will of Robin Shaw can carry you any further? Now, I believe it's my time. Let me start over. Excuse me. Now, I believe it's time my first mate say a few words. Grimly, I'm still standing with my captain. I know, son. Not you. Captain Shaw. Grimly, what? No. What? How can I stand with you when you couldn't stand with us? Junior, will you accept the honor of, you're not my captain either? Junior, grimly, haven't I taken care of you? Since you were but lads, you left them behind. You kind of broke any trust you had. Time changed. We realize what a snake you are, Rufus. Oh, poor Hunt. Well, in that case, I believe it's your turn to speak. Shaw. You step forward as the crew awaits with a bated breath. Hunt has already had his chance to speak. Now it's your chance to review his words. There's still stillness in the air. You have traveled so far with this crew, and now they stand, all seem to be hoping that your next words will instill in them a confidence, an assurance that all this time spent with you has been worth the trouble. You pause, collecting yourself for a moment, before making your first statement. Holds up the captain's hat? You raise up the captain's hat, which you have carried with you all this way, and displayed before the crew. A promise made the day I took this hat into my possession, to all of you, and to myself. Can I just throw it away? Be honest with you, I think let's just like I believe the key to leadership is a great sense of willpower. Our journey is plain proof of this. I once believed a true leader was one who exerted great willpower. I was mistaken. Wherever you or even I see in a good leader is irrelevant, we are not in a position to expect the ideal. I believe the key to leadership is a great sense of willpower. Our journey is plain proof of this. Definitely is, in some form. Through it all, I pressed on for the sake of the crew. I can only hope that in doing so, I inspire many of you to do the same. However, it was not me who displayed this great will. I owe my crew for pushing me forward when I would faltered. The whole time crew push. I see before me many different faces, from many different backgrounds, who stand the precipice of one of the great discovery of our age. You cannot in good conscience consider my opponent. I see before me many different faces from many different backgrounds. Ooh. I didn't expect that. That's a little bit far down. As a mudwasp, I never felt I belonged anywhere until now. These divides had never mattered to a mudwasp like me. Wherever it's you carry, I suggest you drop it for your own good. And look at you, here and now. You all stand by side, shoulder to shoulder. That's a good one. Oh, that's the whole entire sentence, my bad. And yet look at you here and now. You still stand by side, shoulder to shoulder. We have more in common with each other now than anyone else on this world. Oops, 1 second. The crew look around, examining each other. I'm sorry, I'm also back. The crew look around, examining each other. Take a moment to consider the souls who have traveled with them to the ends of the earth. The soul they intend to travel back with. Mr. Gloss, I haven't a bad word to say about this lot. Frankly, Their music is some of the finest I had the honors of hearing. Aw, thank you. I had my views on these people for some time, but I see now that I was wrong. Here we are all brothers in arms. Wherever I thought about landlubbers and imperialists, that shot doesn't matter anymore. We're all the one crew, aren't we? Your thoughts turn to the vice count, and the tree sprouting from his back. You must make your intention clear. Is it really? This is what really messed with me. Like, is there a chance that the rescue ship? Is there really a chance? Like, because Templeton like said we can buckle down here for a couple more times, but at the moment a rescue ship does come, I don't know. I don't know. Give me some. I need some time to think. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gave him some time to think. I'm like, should I do? Should I like burn the tree or should I take it with me? You know what? You know what? Let's just go ahead and burn the tree down. I'm not sure, like, let's see it. Oh, it's pretty low. Loyal to me. You know, Templeton not gonna like me. He's not gonna like me. But I don't really care if you don't like me, though. His number's like 3. I keep missing that. I didn't get to read the whole entire dialogue. Who will you choose your first mate to speak on your behalf? I don't want to hear what Temple would have to say. Kasha, Nutley, Hammond. Look like the 2 brothers, like the only one that's willing to do me some good. I want to hear Grimmie because Grimmie was such a jerk. He like turned around. They nod back at you. Grimly steps forward. It's simple. Shaw's been here for us. No one else has. If Shaw can convince me of that, then you should know it too. Took me a long time to admit. But I was wrong about Robin Shaw, just as I was wrong about Rufus Hunt. Used to write songs running Shaw's down. Shaw is the kind of captain they would write songs about. Just not that kind. I owe them a better piece. But first I'll make it up to them now. I put my reputation on the line for Shaw. Right there is your captain. Don't eat out a Hunt's hand. Grimly steps back. Ooh. Start the voting process. Oh, the song changed. Richard Templeton. Aww. Oh. Wow. There you have it. Congratulations, Shaw. I knew you could do it. Thank you, I suppose. I forced the vote because I had to be sure. Glad you're in charge, Captain, now to deal with Hunt. Despite all, I can't hate him. Feel sorry for the man. Choice is yours, Captain. I'm curious on that myself. Well, Shaw, you're the captain. What you do with me? We will maroon him here until the end of his days. Let's just apprehend the guy. He'll be taken back to land as our prisoner. You may as well put me to death now, then. I doubt I'll receive a softer sentence on land. Don't trust that tree at all, Captain. Best keep it away from anyone else. Look what it did to Hunt. Definitely! What will we do? It need to be burned. I believe now that Minerva wants this tree because he knew it has some power like looping. But we don't, like I said, we don't know how far you can loop with that fruit. And honestly, each time you loop, it seems like you lose yourself a bit, like you're trying to do something different. Minerva can't have the tree. Burn it! Must I want to burn it too? The ship. It can still sail? We'll lose it. Maybe that's for the best. We have an alternative in the light bulbs. We can't even trust that the vice can complete his journey. And I say maybe we should not burn the tree because the vice counts. And I'm looking pretty down. And looking pretty bad for me. Because if I burn this tree, that also means that Oh, I'm so indecisive. I can't. This is hard. We have an alternative light bulb. We can't even trust that the vice can complete his journey. There, better hope we're not making a mistake. I hope not. The crew get to work, setting the tree alight. You watch as eventually the vice count begins to burn in turn. Now, we need to go. We're out the rescue ship, how we live. We'll send an envoy out on the light bulb, one who can flag down the rescue ship and lead them here. Your final decision regarding the ship and its fate must be decided. What the heck? What the heck? Grimly? Captain, we're on a song that will carry us home. Think I'll call it En Voyage. Terrible name, I know. You should play it when we set off. You done great work, Grimly. Don't know how the crew would have managed without you. Don't thank me for that. Only a natural lookout for our crew. Never thought I'd have a future until I met Hunt. Then I thought I'd never have a future without the men. I was wrong there, Captain. What will you do when we return to land? Do you want to work together in the future? Don't really know. I'll figure it out though, I'm sure. Don't know what the future holds. Just keep with the music to see what happens. Good luck, Captain. I might as well throw out any script I've been working on out, Captain. This is far more fantastical than any film. To find the facts count, to find that tree, and our one last bet on a humble white boat. My word. I think you got the story for your next picture. I wonder if we could land the funny. Oh, I just realized my quest as a navigator is just about over, isn't it? We just reached the last great uncharted part of the world. You know, when I grew up reading about the great explorers of old, I always had a dream I would be the one to plant that final flag. I may be an old man with a limp and no flag to place, but I managed it, didn't I, huh? What will you do when we return to land? First thing, well, I'm going to check in on my children. I can only hope that they were worried and sick about me. Okay, I mean to go, who knows, maybe my exploration days are over. Now it's good a time as any to call it retirement. Still raise funding for the field. I don't want to leave folks like Hammond behind there. Maybe I'll move to Thea's. There's some stories I want to tell. Now about this expedition, or any. About home, the islands I left behind. Thank you, Robin. I should take all this as a sign to wind down, shouldn't I? I've always been in contact if we want to work together again, Robin. I'll make sure we do no matter. I'll make sure we do, no matter the medium. We gotta go. The last lipo of 5 count. Enough for a skeleton crew to make shelter. Let's go. I don't think I have enough time to talk to everybody. Speak to Grimly. Out on the ocean again. Don't know what's out there. Rescue. Rescue lies out there. Let's hope. Grimly looks out over the horizon. Think I'll put together a new song. Might as well. It'll pass the time. Miss this, the open ocean, more than I can put into words. I have no doubt. You find your sea legs again, I take it? Already found them. Never lost them. Never thought I'd see Hunt again. When I did, wish it wasn't like that. You and I owe our lives to Hunt. That's not going to change. But it was good you took over. I'm proud to call you my captain. Now let's find that rescue. A weak heart self finally gives way to land. Lipo makes ports. Exhausted, you and Grimly spot a building ahead. Huh? Some weeks later. Ah! Gotcha. And here it is. The final draft. Ready for publish. This will be with tomorrow copies of the Daily Appeal. Yes? What am I looking at here, Belfour? What's this? Is that a tree? You're looking at the story of the year, Chief. Of the decade even. Maybe of the century. You think people are going to believe this? That you really found a tree growing in the coldest part of the world? They'll have to. We got the picture to prove it, don't we? You disappeared for a year and didn't come back with this. I figured you finally got yourself killed. I came close, but no. I'm afraid you haven't seen the last of me yet. You're something else, you know that? Scares me sometimes. We'll have this in the next copy. Soon. Everyone will know what you found. Can't wait. Casa published her story out there. Oh no! 1 second. Instead encoding is overloading. I gotta hurry up the story. Holy smoke. Kurt, you bloody idiot. What is it, Clive? I'm left-handed. I throw a punch with my left hand. But with the current blocking, it looks better if they throw with their right. Then change the bloody blocking then. Ah, right you are, Clive. Your attention to detail is impeccable. It's what we pay me for. Can you believe it, old chum? 2 weeks, and the Tales of the Tempest, our tales, will be on stage. Look at this. Our old scrap-up, just as I remember it. The way you remember it's got me more holes in it than cheese. Ha! Perhaps I'm getting up there in years. A good thing to grow old, I learn, don't you think? I do. Alright. Who ordered the full fry? Oh, they work in a restaurant. A patron raised their hand. Here, Junior. Who's the magician? Come on now, can't you see the resemblance? It's my brother, Grimly. I can tell him to keep it down if you like. Not at all. He's doing a tremendous job. That's so cool. Ha! You hear that, Grimly? Aye. Ha! Always humble. Please welcome Lady Ingram Cordelia Weston. Oh! She's back in royalty! Cordell enters the gala. To the shock of many, a dog follows her at her side. The woman gently nuzzles the creature's head. Arf! Arf! Oh, Stanberry. Try not to get too excited, Stanberry. It is only a gala. Lady Weston, what is the meaning of this? Sir, you call me by my name. Yeah, I have no idea who you are. Well, you should know that. I was not asking. You cannot bring a mutt with you. How odd. I seemed perfectly capable of doing so a moment ago. Arf! Yes. This way, Stanberry. Many hands to shake, names to forget. That sort of bother. Don't ever change, Cordell. Don't ever change. I would prefer to be home before late. The pups need fed. Cordell moved across the room, her faithful dog in tow. Oh, that's nice. Nutley and Casa stand at the entry to the barbershop belonging to Arthur Nutley Sr. Nervous? Always, yes. Ha! But are you more or less nervous than usual? Less nervous, more giddy? A good source of nervous, I suppose. Nutley's enter, followed by Katja. Is that him? He's coming this way. Arthur Nutley Sr. spotted his son from across the shop. Arthur? My goodness! Is it really you? Father, Daughter isn't able to begin his sentence, interrupted by the barber throwing his arms around and granting him a constricting hug. It's you, my boy. You're alive. The younger Arthur hesitated, surprised, before returning the hug from his father. I am. Does your mother know? Your sister? Unless they read it in the paper. Speaking of, I wrote something for you. Nutley handed his father an envelope. Please read it, sometime when I'm not here. Of course I will. Casa clears her throat. Pleased to meet you, sir. Casa Belfort. Ah, don't think I didn't notice you. How do you know my son? I hope he hasn't got himself in trouble. Arthur? In trouble? Hardly. Father, Casa and I are, well, I think that you see that we're an item. Yes. Arthur Sr. paused for a moment before a grin appears on his face. Son, you have been busy. Come, sit. I have much to hear. Ha! Templeton's freaking botanist garden place. The old scientist ponders the table before him. He lights a cigarette. He used to drink tea. Oh, there go Minerva. Mr. Templeton. You wish to speak to me? Yes. Do not worry. I'm coming to the end right now because my mouth's tired out and drying up crazy. I forgot to bring water. Yes. Do not worry. This won't take long. Out with it then. Minerva Alperton, I, Richard Templeton, hereby tender my resignation. Well, look at that. This is sudden. I assure you that is not. I have given this a great deal of thought. I intend to leave your service, effective immediately. Very well. Will that be all? Will that be all? Is there anything else you need of me? No. On reflection, there's nothing else I need from you. Minerva Alperton exited the greenhouse. Templeton breathes a sign of relief. Oh. Aw. Hunt waits in his cell. The days have passed by, as the once captain of the Temperance awaits his trial. This is horror, isn't it? Not even a neighbor to keep me company. I feel bad for the guy. Hunt speaks to himself in the empty hole. His own voice echoing through the walls. Ah, the stories I could have shared with them. Return your hair right. I wondered, could I do it all again? Suppose it's too late now. Hunt continued his ramblings, not a soul around to answer his plea. Let me take a pause. Oh, the air was cold. Oh, the air was cold, a flake and white. A captain made a pledge. To the ice I prayed, that leaves reveal. To the ice I pray that leaves reveal some chatted course ahead. To the souls around who brought me here beyond this polar edge, and hunger drew the desperate here. It's the ones that I have fed, such lonely souls were led. Such lonely souls were led. What did I do when still hearts broke and courage did abscond? I led these souls, so help the gods, out of the pale beyond. Sign off. Okay, I sort of feel bad for Hunt. Feel bad for Hunt. Okay, well, that is the ending of this game. That was really good. Really, really good. Ooh. Really nice. Really nice. Really good. I feel bad for Hunt. I really do, but he did do cannibalism. And he did abandon his crew. And what he did for, I get good intention. There was an old saying that no good deed go unpunished. Or something along the line. But this was good. I love the illustration. I love the story. I love all the characters. And I actually kind of feel a little bit happy about Templeton, how he quit on Minerva. That was kind of nice. Bella Studio, you did a wonderful job with this game. Well, let's see anything else here. I'm gonna let the credit roll by, and then let's see what else. Lovely, lovely game. Written in ink by F. Mod. Fellow Traveler. I think Fellow Traveler got like a couple more games. But that means to check them out while I'm ahead. Look like that's the end. Alright, well, that was good. I made it to the end. This is the final, and I'm so happy about that. Very good story. Love the story. The only issue I had, it was I got soft lock out my game, and you know, once I talked to them on the Discord, they got that fixed right away, and now it's clear as day. So I'm super happy about that. So for me, I'm a sucker for story. I'm a sucker for this kind of game story. And even though I suck with decisions, I do love these kind of games with these kind of decisions. So it's a 10 or 5-5, regardless what you think of the rating. Anywho, I think I'm gonna cut it off. I finished the game. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. And I'll say, have a nice night.